Hey, double hey, San Francisco Bay, Monterey. My name's Alex Andrew.
And I'm Dr. Shasta.
And we're back with another episode of Your Healthy Living.
Living.
We've been working on that, I swear we have. What have you been up to? You been having fun?
Yeah, I've been having fun.
I like the black. You kind of got the black thing
I've
going on.
been doing my yoga again.
Oh, so that's where it is.
I'm happy.
Yoga. You're going to yoga after here?
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
But core power yoga. About an hour yoga.
You know, we talk about yoga on several of the shows that we've been on.
Yeah.
It's just part of that whole peaceful thing that we do here at the
It makes you
Kindness
feel
in Your
good.
Soul
Yeah.
Network, right?
Yeah.
I need to get into that.
You should try it.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
very
should I do it
relaxing.
before you give me the acupuncture or after you give me the acupuncture?
Before. Because with acupuncture, you'll get so relaxed, you'll just want to go home and take a nap.
Oh, okay. So I want to do it at night then, not in the morning.
That's a good
Do you?
time.
I've got a question. Do you have a problem like booking morning appointments if people go to
Most
sleep
of
all
my
the
people
time?
want the afternoon and evening. I won't lie. Between 4:30 and 6:30.
So
it's
you get to
booked.
sleep in. What a great job. You know, I want to be an acupuncturist because nobody will book before
Nobody comes
noon.
in the morning.
I like that. That's awesome.
True. So we have a wonderful guest today. She's a friend of mine named Laura Ricksecker. She is a relationship marketing expert who helps anyone from large corporations to solopreneurs reach assertive sales and profit goals. Laura coaches her clients in relationship marketing techniques powered by send out cards. And clients report back a return on investment of up to 40% and tell her it is the least expensive and easiest marketing they've ever done. You can find video and written testimonials from clients on her Facebook business page, Life-Refined. And I personally have known Laura for probably 6 years.
Yes.
Really?
And
That's a long
I
time. Yes.
I know how committed she is to this. She's been employed doing this since 2008, does it with small and large companies. And I just think that the personal touch of like a card or a present or flowers is a lost art right now.
Yes.
And my mother always taught me to send thank you cards. And I know Laura's company provides all of that in a very easy, usable manner where she literally can integrate with their customer relationship management, such as Salesforce is using.
Right.
Salesforce
Yes.
can do this, where the customers that they have can automatically be linked to this amazing relationship marketing tool that Send Out Cards has.
Well, and it's really interesting too if you think about small business being probably the number one by far employer in the country.
Yes.
I mean, they hire more people than anybody else. But as a business owner, you got so much crap on your mind all the time. You got to do payroll. You got to get this. You got to keep your Salesforce trained and so on and so forth.
And how to have that special touch of a real card that actually lasts.
And you don't have a business without customer relationship.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right. I know. And
So-
and I know you've been, we're talking a decade now that you've been doing this.
That's right.
And working with people and helping them basically build their business.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, it's a win-win. I love it. It helped them make a lot more money, help them achieve their dreams and their profits, and allow them to dream again. And
Right.
that's a win-win for everyone involved.
Just take the
Well,
stress out of it.
Yeah, and I know with us, especially in my business on the finance side, I mean, you really need to keep in touch with your clients, and I think anybody that's has something to offer their clients over and over, this is really important. So,
It is.
so I want you to go ahead and stay tuned to Your Healthy Living on the KIYS Radio Network, and we're going to be right back talking a little bit more about how you can retain more clients and actually
And do what-
generate referrals too.
Referrals on what your gift is.
This
and
is
what you're
going to
good
be
at.
great. We'll be right back.
At Way of Wellness, we help to rebalance the hormones of your body so that it can heal itself. Way of Wellness offers acupuncture, Chinese medicine, functional nutrition, Qi yoga, and wellness coaching. Call 408-615-1995 and start living the life that keeps us well.
Hey, double hey, San Francisco Bay, Monterey. My name's Alex Andrew.
And I'm Dr. Shasta.
We're back with Your Healthy Living and having fun with this whole marketing
Sharing
agenda.
the positive things that people are doing in our community. And Laura's a person who lives in our local community in Los Gatos.
Yes, we love
So-
Los Gatos, by the way.
So do I.
I can throw a rock
Beautiful.
and hit Los Gatos, but I can also throw a rock and hit Campbell. So I'm in kind of that little sweet spot here
That's
in
a
San
nice
Jose.
area.
We're pretty close here, too. We like to say we're in the in Campbell. We're really not.
But we're not.
We're not in Campbell.
We
It's
really are in San Jose.
The studio's a lot cheaper here, just saying. But we can hit Campbell with a rock. Not that I'm a tightwad, but here's how it works. As your business owner, you need to make sure that the dollars you spend are spent efficiently and effectively.
So true.
Right.
And when you can do that and be able to, as a real successful business owner, you got to be able to delegate. And this is part of what you do, is being able to take that delegation from small, medium, and large companies, that delegation of the process of touching the clients and making clients understand a little bit more about who you are.
And
So-
relationships, how important their relationships are.
Yes.
And can you kind of touch on how what we call in the business world ROI, return on investment, being that, of course, you have to pay for certain services and so on and so forth. But can you explain a little bit about how that works and what it involves with what you're talking about with send-out cards?
I can. That's a good question. Many, everybody from the largest businesses to the smallest are looking for the highest ROI they can get on their marketing dollar. I mean, let's face it, we're money driven. Have
Yes.
to be, right? And it's particularly if we're solopreneurs and we're small, we don't have much of a marketing budget and we need to get the most out of it we possibly can. So my clients, when we practice relationship marketing, they're reporting back, if they're coachable. I coach them, I stick with them, I teach them what to do and what to say and how to do it. And if they're coachable and do as I ask them to, they're reporting back ROIs of up to 40% and higher. And that's return on investment. So for example, this greeting card, this 2-panel greeting card, actual physical greeting card that goes in the mail, let's make that point, because people, when we start talking about cards, they think e-cards. We're not
Right.
e-cards, we're physical cards. This costs $1.67 in total to get into the mail with the stamp, a first-class stamp, and everything. So if I sent out a card to Shasta and I spent $1.67, how much can I expect to get back for that $1.67? And the ROI that we're reporting when we're doing well is around 40%.
So for those of you who don't really understand what that is, you spend $1 and you get $1.40 back.
Well,
right? Is that right?
Well, it's you get a 40% back of that. So if you spent,
$1.67.
yeah, if you
She's got it right.
She's
See, and she's the
67.
business person.
yes, so you get back. So if you spent, $1, you would get 40 cents back on that. But that's very high for
Right.
marketing.
Well, it is, and that's the thing I think a lot of small business owners don't know about is how do you do it? How do you be effective? And I don't have money to market,
It's just like
right?
Yes.
in the busy, fast world that we have, conversations disappear and even ideas disappear. And the thought that I need to go see that person or do that disappears. So people need to be reminded and invited, and dentists have known that forever. You always get a card
Yes.
from the dentist. You get happy birthday from the dentist. You don't really get it from anybody else. But what if, other companies were able to make people feel special and feel like they actually count? And that's what this company is doing.
Yes. And I think we kind of messed that up a little bit in that explanation. You are getting back in excess of what you spend.
Exactly. That's what I meant.
So,
right.
yeah.
So you're spending money to make money.
Yes.
Which, by the way, is how you make money in
That's
life,
right.
You can't expect to get something for nothing.
That's right.
Yeah.
And what I like about it is being able to not only get that as a return on your investment, but you're also getting the exposure and, like we call it here on KIYS, kindness in your soul for being able to
Right.
think about somebody and being able to touch them in times of need.
Yes.
For
Making
example,
people feel important.
For example, I had a client whose husband passed away, and I thought they were very close clients. I thought, what am I going to do? Well, I ended up spending $99 or something like that on some chimes that we sent them that had, in memory of, and she put it out of her window. Oh my gosh, she sent me so many clients. And of course, that's kind of an extreme example of what you guys.
That's actually a perfect example of what we're talking about. When you reach out in kindness, so this is perfect for KIYS, because this is what relationship marketing is all about. When you reach out in kindness and thoughtfulness to others, the reciprocity that comes
Right.
back is kindness and good stuff in return. In your case, it was a bunch of referrals. And that's what we're looking for, is that we don't send this out to Shasta saying happy birthday, or to the person to say, I'm so sorry, so-and-so died, expecting something back. But that's actually what happens. And that's what we're doing with relationship marketing.
And that's the thing, too. And again, why we have this radio station here, KIYS, is to be able to put things out there. We're not saying, hey, come, record at our studio and we're going to charge you a bunch of money. It's, hey, if you got a great message, come sit with us, come sit with Shasta, and let's have a conversation about what you're doing for the world and for society.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's that just comes back to you. So, like you said, I love that word, reciprocity.
Yes.
Remember that word, reciprocity. I hate to point fingers at people, but that's a good word.
So, tell us how some of the success stories you've had in coming into a business. I mean, people who start a business, it obviously is their passion, and they usually put all their money into it. And can you tell us about how you've impacted a business?
I can. So if we're able to go to the graphics we have, that'd be great. So as you can see here, we have just a simple happy birthday card that one of my clients did, and this is one of my coachable clients who really is able to go there. And everybody has levels, and that's okay. We go where the client can go, and we go further later if we can, right? But we noticed that in the birthday card, he's written a birthday card that could apply to anybody in his network, but it sounds very personal and warm. So he says, wow, birthday time again. I know it feels like they seem to come around so often these days. Seriously, though, I hope you have a wonderful day on your birthday, and I wish you all the best for the coming year. Now, that could apply to anybody he sends it to, but if you received that, how would you feel?
You'd feel really special.
You'd feel like it was just for you, and that's the meaning behind it. Yet those are all of David's words, and David is a financial planner, benefit coordinator from Georgia. And so the thing that he did that topped this off is on the left-hand side, as you see there, is he put in a very personal and warm photograph of himself, smiling and looking very approachable and funny.
Aww.
And so we're all used to the straight-laced tied, I'm in financial services, here's my professional photo. What we're doing in relationship marketing is building relationships with your entire network. So as these birthday cards go out, he gets known as someone that's funny. He can be irreverent. He's approachable. He cares about you because he thought to send you a birthday card, right? So he tells me that when he sent this card out, he got so much business out of it that he never expected. Men are running up and clapping him on the back and saying, David, I got to call you. We're going to be doing some more business together, dude. And he's just like so shocked. And the women are running up and grabbing him and giving him a hug and saying, Mary, you got to come meet David. He's the greatest guy in benefit coordinators. And he says he was so surprised. But he did what I asked him to do, which was be a little silly, get out of his box a little bit, be a little irreverent and smile and show his personality. And the results have been tremendous for him. And so that's just one, and that's
really
the birthday
a cute
card. And
picture,
anybody can do that. Yes.
It's a cute picture.
Yes. And so if you can't see yourself going that far, we do just a nice, approachable picture of you.
Right. So you coach people, and is that a once a week coaching when they are utilized, or once a month? I mean, how long do you coach people for?
I do quite a bit in the beginning when they first get started with me, because I'm not the type of person that sells someone a product and says, here's a great product, now go.
Right.
Because everybody's interpretation of what relationship marketing is and what they should say in cards and the kinds of pictures that they should put in them is different.
Right.
And so I stick around and coach a lot in the beginning and as needed basis after that until people get it and they're off on their own, because it's a really easy system to use once you get going.
And you lock into their system, and you're able to then put all of the send out cards, chocolates, presents as an option for the people to utilize to send to their clients right off of their own computer?
Yes. So Send Out Cards is app-based and computer-based. That's a good question. So you can log into your private Send Out Cards account from any computer and from your app and send out greeting cards and gifts, anywhere from pennies to hundreds of dollars with a couple of taps or clicks.
And that's kind of where this whole reciprocity thing, love the word, we're going to talk about that right after the break.
I do traditional Chinese medicine, and that includes 5 different branches: acupuncture,
massage, yoga, tai chi, qigong, herbal medicine, and nutrition. It is amazing in helping the body heal itself, that it releases the body's natural endorphins, serotonin, and seems to rebalance the hormones of the body.
Lower back pain was taken care of very quickly. 6 treatments and I was pain-free. And this was like 3 years ago and I've remained pain-free.
I've grown up in the Bay Area and I have had my own practice for over 15 years. When I was 12, I decided I want to be an acupuncturist, and by the time I was 25, I was licensed.
I have thyroid condition and stress, big time. When I walk out, I'm feeling like a whole different person. It's definitely a blessing to be able to come here.
I love helping women have babies, and the day that they actually get pregnant, the look in their eye is like, it's the best thing ever.
I've been struggling trying to get pregnant for the past 3 or 4 years. I came to Shasta. I would totally recommend her to anyone out there that is trying to get pregnant. She will do great for you.
Way of Wellness has to do with living a life that keeps us well.
Hi there, this is Alexander with It's All About the Show. You know, I've been with Money Concepts since 1994, and they have been the primary catalyst for my success as a financial advisor. If you're looking for a career change and you want to help people for a living, check out moneyconcepts.com/ALEE or call 946-8378 today.
Hey, Devil, hey, San Francisco Bay, Monterey, my name's Alexander.
And I'm Dr. Shasta.
And I don't know why I want to say, how does that make you feel? But I just do. I don't know why.
Because we were just talking about that these that send out cards can be used by personal families also.
Yes.
Like you can send out wedding invitations, you can send out yearly Christmas cards, you can send out birthday cards to
from mom.
So
who happens to be a psychiatrist
ever
right there, and that's where it came from. And how does that
it'll
make you
be
feel?
right there
love
on
you.
your
I
app.
love you, Mom, I swear.
So you would never forget your mother's birthday.
That's
again.
right. And you know what? That's the thing, too. You know, you'd never forget. I just had a client come up on my screen today, and she goes, I was just at her house on Friday, and she goes, yeah, my birthday's next month. And I sat down and I said, oh, we need some more paperwork here. Your birthday's on Saturday, not next month. She goes, yeah, I thought I told you that. I was like, oh, my gosh, no.
I know.
She didn't,
I want to send out cards. I actually hired Laura to come in, and I want to send out birthday cards to my patients because I really love my patients, and I do not have enough time to figure out when their birthday is.
And I don't think most people do.
No.
Yeah, well, there's lots of ways around that. I mean, birthdays are everywhere these days. You'll find them on Facebook. You'll find people mentioning it on, on all their social media and all the things that we're plugged into today. You see that, and then you just write it down. And if you put it in your Send Out Cards account, then it reminds you a week ahead forever after.
A week ahead, that's nice.
Yeah, so you can
That's
decide
so
if you want to
nice.
do, something through Send Out Cards. You have the time to do it. And then there's the automated version as well, where like David did in the example we looked at before the break, where he'd set that card up and he sent it to go for the entire year, and all the birthday cards go out just prior to each birthday.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have to think about it again.
I have 300 clients. For me to just try and remember 300 client birthdays,
That's
like,
right.
how many times am I doing that? And my understanding is they take your signature, so
Yes.
it is your signature
Your
that's
signature.
going out.
And you can customize it with your own logo on the front. You
or
can,
put a picture.
you can put
Yes.
a
I
fun
remember,
picture. But it's it makes as Laura was saying that it's repeat customers are much better than cold marketing, and your repeat customers are really growing your roots down into your community, serving your
Right.
community on a deep, long-lasting level, and this is a way of staying in touch with them.
I
Yes.
got a question. Do you guys do like a green screen type of a thing at all? Do you know?
For what purpose?
For like, I remember, and of course I was, I remember doing a thing for my father once, and there was a green screen behind me, and it was a birthday card. And I don't know if it's the same company, different company, but my dad's an orchestra conductor, so it was a picture of me holding a baton standing in front of Carnegie Hall. And I thought, wow, that'd be kind of cool, because I know you can customize the photos. on the
Yes, we
thing, right?
can. We don't do that specific thing, but you can import anything like that you've done on any other app.
Oh,
or
so
any
if we
other-
did it ourselves, we said, hey,
Yes.
here I did. Of course, we got green
Yes.
screens here. Luckily, we have a studio here. That works.
Yes.
Right?
And if
So-
you're a busy working family holder, you can, as she said, get this set up ahead of time. the Christmas cards go out ahead of time, birthday cards, so that nobody's left out.
Yes, and
That's right.
I have a very close person in my life that has 10 siblings, and then they're all married and everything else. So how do you remember how to do that?
Right.
You know?
Yes. You just
For
put them in once. and-
$1.67 to send out a card is a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Have you seen how much cards are at the drugstore
Oh,
these
yeah,
days?
it's crazy.
Oh,
It's crazy.
Lord. Let me
Yeah.
tell you something. Valentine's time, went into Walgreens, local drugstore. $3 to $6 for a card.
Yeah.
You could create a send out cards Valentine's Day card filled with your loved one's pictures and the history of your relationship, or to your mom, or whatever you wanted to do, and it would still be $1.67.
Where the heck are you getting them for 3 to 6? Because I'm getting ripped off. I'm paying like 8 to 14.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and even the post office, the cards are $4.50 to $5.
No, and that's a great
card.
point. That's a great point. Talk about kind of
Plus the post.
the economic scale of being
Yes.
able to do some of these and customize it. It really makes sense, even if it's now. And here's a question
That's an
I have.
excellent question.
I think that we were talking about doing it on the business level and so on and so forth. But for somebody even more so, not even just on the personal level, but somebody who has a really small business and just says,
Yes.
"Hey, you know what? I want to customize the cards I send to everybody."
Oh.
I mean, my mom actually draws pictures and sends them to the grandkids. But why not just get a whole collage of pictures that you can? Because I'm assuming you could do that of
Yep.
the kids on the front of the card and
Yes.
say "Happy Birthday."
And think
Do you
about
have
how much more
calendars
personal
also?
that is. Yes, we do.
Calendars.
Yeah, but think about the pictures that you can put on and in cards and how much more personal that is.
Mm-hmm.
And seriously, at Send Out Cards, this same birthday card, this you could pick out of the card catalog, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you could do one with all your own pictures on it, pictures, bunch on the inside. You can put full bleed pictures across the inside, which is really impactful. And that is the same price. And we have
Really?
a selection. You can do a postcard. You can do a greeting card like this. You can do a 3-panel card. You can do a great big 8.5 by 11 for those great big birthdays, happy 50th, or that great big referral, or whatever it is. And they are all different prices, but it's equivalent. I mean, $1.67 for a card filled with your own personal photos and your own thoughts and feelings and your own signature. Yet you've never touched it. They print it. They address the envelope. They stuff it in the envelope. They put the stamp on it, and they mail it for you, all for that price.
Yeah, and that's tough, especially like for Christmas cards when you have 300 clients. I can't tell you how many times I licked an envelope. I felt like
That's right.
I felt like George's fiance in Seinfeld when she died because she licked too many envelopes. Remember that for the invite to the wedding? I was like, I'm licking more envelopes. Huh?
Or you have to hire administrative work at the holiday time to do that for you.
Right.
And the stickers and the this and the that. It's not very personal.
Right.
Yeah. And
So-
people I mean, the reality is that we don't really know how long we're gonna be around, and we want to make sure that we have connected with those that we love, or if we're in our own business,
And
connected.
touch people, yes.
Touch people. Like my housemate, just as you know, passed away in September.
Right.
And his, when I was going through his stuff, and he was my best friend, and God bless him, I love you, Ralph. He always kept his calendar made by his sister, Julia, that had the pictures of all the family.
Yeah.
Every year he collected them every year
Yes.
and put them up on the wall. He treasured it. It made him feel like he was part of the family. And that's the type of thing that is missing, I think, with just a text or Facebook.
So,
Yes,
so
and-
kind of coming back to that whole thing of how you touch people and the law of reciprocity. Let's just touch on
Yes.
that real quick before we close out.
So one of the things we do, which we kind of briefly touched on, is that we do the lifestyle. That's not the lifestyle. It's the general keep in touch. Where if we're in business and we want to work with our network, our entire network, we want to bring everyone closer to us. We want to make them more warm and friendly, more than just an acquaintance. And we do that by sending out it's National Kiss Your Pet Day card, or Happy St. Patrick's Day with a silly limerick on the inside. And we touch people in a fun and sassy way that makes people smile when they get our mail. Because frankly, I'm getting grocery inserts, unwanted coupons, and
Right.
bills, right? So if I got something from you a couple of times a year that I knew when I opened it, I was going to smile and it was going to give me a chuckle, you're elevated in my mind above
Right.
your competition. I'm thinking fondly of you. I like you. You're warm and personal. In addition, we also then do lifestyle type cards where we celebrate and empathize with our network. So we listen as we're out doing about our business during the day. When Shasta's roommate died, I likely sent her a card saying of condolence, saying, I'm so sorry he passed. And if she had posted a picture of him on Facebook, I would have put that on the front of the
Right.
card. That is so much more heartfelt and meaningful than just a simple, text
That
or
would mean a
email
lot,
or
yeah.
Facebook post saying, I'm so sorry. She's forgotten it 2 seconds
Right.
later. But if she's holding something in her hands with his photo on it, that is dramatically different.
Mm-hmm.
And that sets up the law of reciprocity, because I'm doing something nice for you and I'm doing it regularly and I'm showing that I'm thoughtful and interested in you and I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
So then when someone does something nice for you, human beings naturally want to do something nice in return. And these cards, when you do them regularly like this, and it's affordable for all these different levels of businesses, you then get to talk to your network more. It causes more conversations. So I teach my clients that when you get to talk to someone in your network that you don't talk to on a regular basis, insert into the conversation in a natural way what your business needs are. So say you're a real estate agent and you're talking to someone you don't talk to very often. Oh, thanks so much for the card. Oh, you're welcome. How are the kids? Yeah, well, I'm in real estate and I'm really enjoying working in the Villages retirement community. I'm really liking that segment where I help people move into their retirement home. Do you know anybody, of that age?
Right.
And if they can't fulfill that need right away, they remember it
That's
because
true.
you've been
They
nice.
remember it, yeah.
And if they can't fulfill that then, they're going to fulfill it 3 months from now,
Yeah.
6 months from now, a year from now. So with this marketing, we're seeing immediate returns on investment, but we're also seeing exponential
Yeah.
And
returns.
it's just kind of this
It's
logarithmic
building a community
growth.
too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how can people reach you and find you and discover what you have as well as get your coaching?
Oh, thanks. You can find me on Facebook at Life-Refined. That's where the bunch of testimonials are, and written and video testimonials from my clients. You can see what I'm talking about is working. You can also find me at my website, Life-Refined. And my email and phone number, I'm sure, will be up on the screen.
That's right.
Okay, great.
This
Thank
is
you for
awesome.
having
Thank
us-
you so
coming,
much
Laura.
for joining us, Laura.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
having
for what
me.
you're doing.
Thanks for joining us on Your Healthy Living. It's the
Bye-bye.
KIYS Radio Network, Kindness in Your Soul. We love reciprocity. I got to remember to use that.
Reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
That is
I'm not going to spell it, but I will say it again. Reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Thank you again, Laura. Everybody have
Thank
a good time. We'll see you on the next show. Bye-bye.